All right. So if I take my 3/8, let me just call that 3/8 of a yard. All right. And then I'll just do another one. That's another 3/8. And then I'll do another one. That's another 3/8. That's another scarf. So what are we up to now? We got 6/8, 9/8. So we're getting there. So this so far makes 9/8. So that's, or 1 1/8. So we're over 1 yard now so a yard makes about 3. So that's something to remember. Just going to do another 3/8, another 3/8, another 3/8, just for fun. And that's another 9/8. 18. Not going to get it. This isn't going to help, is it? 27, 36. Yeah. It's going to be a while. Anyway, but just for a kind of a visual, like, I'm going to split all these into 8s as well, right? So we know 8/8 is 1, so that's 3, 6, 7, 8. So that's 1 yard. So this is 1 yard from here to here, right? Bum, 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 bum. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 2 yards to there, and we just keep going. So by 2 yards we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scarves and a bit. So we just get an idea for what it is. But the question is really, how many 3/8 are contained in, and it was, we've got to go all the way to 27 yards, right? Are in 27 yards. That make sense? Right. And so once again, if we were to just simplify that problem, we'd be saying something like, it'd be kind of like, if that was a simpler problem, it'd look like this. Let's say each scarf was 2 yards. So let's say each scarf was 2 yards, and let's say we had 10 yards. So what if I said, how many 2s are in 10, right? That would be like this. So there's another 2 yards, there's another 2 yards, here's another 2 yards, here's another 2 yards. How many scarves can I make from 10 yards altogether? So imagine that was, I'm just simplifying the problem here. I'm making up a new problem. Imagine that was 10 yards altogether, right? Okay, so how many 2 yards are in that 10? Right, there's 5 of them. Here's a scarf, another one, that's 3, 4, 5. 5 scarves. So if each scarf was 2 yards and I had 10 yards, that would be 5 scarves. Make sense? Or scarves, I guess. Make sense? Right? And what operation could I do to get 5? How could I do what with 2 and 10 to get 5? 10 divided by 2 would give me 5. Agreed? Beautiful. Beautiful. Because you're saying how many 2s are contained in 10? 5. We have a complicated problem, like you say. It's how many 3/8 are contained in 27. So what division should we do? When it was how many 2s in 10? We went 10 divided by 2. Remember when it was how many 2s are in 10? We went 10 divided by 2. So when I say how many 3/8 are in 27, what should I do? So when it was 2s and 10, what was divided by what? Which number was divided by which number? Right. This number here was divided by this number here, wasn't it? It was 10 divided by 2. Are we clear on that? So now, it's changed, different numbers, but the same problem. What do I do? What divided by what? That's 3/8. 27 divided by 3/8. Yep. Right. So when I divide by a fraction, I must multiply by the reciprocal. Flip it upside down, right? So 27 over 1 times, and flip this guy, 8/3. Now, can we simplify before we multiply, or should I multiply 27 by 8? What do you think? Simplify. Yeah, go ahead. I'll race you. 56. I'll be crazy and do this anyway. 216. I got 216 over 3. What did you get? All right. Yes. Beautiful. And now what can we do? 9 times 8? 72. Over 1 times 1? 1. And so that gives? You got it. Now, if I did multiply the 27 times 8, I'd get 216 over 3. 3 and 3 goes once. 3 into 21 goes 7 times. 3 into 6 goes twice. I'd still get 72. But hey, cross-cancelling before you multiply makes life better, doesn't it? Now, what does this mean in real life? The question was, we're making scarves that require 3/8 yards of material each. How many can be made from 27 yards of material? Remember that? We're making scarves. Each one is 3/8. So here's a scarf. Here's another scarf. Here's another scarf. Here's another scarf. And how many of these 3/8 are going to add up to finally make 27 yards? Right? So 72 means what exactly? 72 scarves. Nice. 72 scarves of 3/8 yard makes up or would give us the 27 yards total, right? So we can get 72 scarves. Yep. And that's it, because each of them is less than the yard. They almost get 3 every time, so it's close enough. It's kind of like, actually, 27 times 3 is going to be close. 3 times 7, 21, carry 2. 3 times 2 is 6, and 2 is 8, 81. So, it's almost 3 scarves for every yard. It's close, but it's not exactly. So, all right, cool.